In rap, sometimes mourning the loss of a dead friend ain't enough. If you ever heard the saying an eye for an eye, you know the street culture takes this principle serious. And where loyalty runs deep, revenge hits even harder. In today's video, we're shining a spotlight on those rap legends who didn't just mourn the loss of their friends, but took matters into their own hands. Whether it's street justice or lyrical payback, get back is a must to these rappers. It's a raw, intense cycle many are caught up in, and who knows when this cycle will ever end. So sit back, relax, and let's roll into these gritty tales of the rappers who got revenge for their fallen soldiers. First up, we got Lil Durk and King Von. In the recent years, things have been getting serious between Lil Durk, King Von, Quando Rondo, and NBA YoungBoy. Even though YB and Durk might be friends now.
LG, man, I talk to Durk like every 2-3 nights, man. He be trying to talk to me about my music, and he focused on $1 billion right now. Huh?
But yeah, that's a story for another day. As we all know, Lil Durk and King Von repped OTF, a gang from Chicago. And when King Von got killed, this hit Durk heavy. To recall, King Von was gunned down by Quando Rondo affiliate Lil Tim in Atlanta in 2020 outside a nightclub. Quando Rondo's under NBA YoungBoy's record label, and prior to the shooting that took place in 2020, YoungBoy and King Von were beefing at the time. On the Friday night, King Von and Quando Rondo were in the same area, and while chilling in his car, King Von got word that Quando Rondo was around. Once he heard this, King Von turned and looked at his watch and stepped out on demon time. After swinging at Quando Rondo, shots were let off, killing King Von and 2 others. After the incident, Quando Rondo publicly remained silent on the situation until a couple weeks later when he released his song End of Story, which was assumed to be a reference to King Von's song trilogy Crazy Story. In the song, he records the shooting and talks about what really went down that night. He also spotted Angela Yee in April 2021. Quando Rondo said that him and his gang acted in self-defense after bumping into Von's friend that night.
Feel me? So I'm letting this group come by. Next thing you know, a nigga hit me. You feel me? Boom, bam. Man, like, I like to unite, man. I like to unite. Like, it's like I had an out-of-body experience.
Oh my God.
And after hearing his passing on Instagram Live, Lil Durk says he wishes he was there with Von that day, and he thinks things would have turned out differently if he was there.
I guess we'll never know.
King Von is probably the most well-respected and popular street rapper of our time, mainly because he raps about a life he actually lived. And with Lil Durk being his right-hand man, people went straight to Durk telling him to slide for his dead mans. Which again, is very stupid to see so many people want to see more blood on the streets when they're not even involved. Like, you literally got kids on the internet pressuring this man to cause more violence and death. And why? Because rap culture has become entertainment.
Everything entertainment, man.
Guns, violence, gangs, retaliation have become a key part in keeping that street code, which is now embedded in the rap culture. So it was only a matter of time before Lil Durk took action. He's spoken out several times about Slide for Von, and during an interview with DJ Academics on his podcast Off the Record, he spoke about the shooting. He said that he changed everybody's life irreparably. He said it fucked up everybody, like, especially when a real gangster gets taken out by a nerd, referring to Lil Tim, and adding that Quando Rondo is a little boy.
Well, no, I think he feels like his career, Quando's career, has been affected because
Quando's a little boy.
Well, I mean, that's his artist.
I used to have him like this.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
In fact, Lil Durk already says that he slid for Von. It's just been done in silent. But how did Durk slide for Von?
Multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in 1 car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
I got the space, please.
It ended at Santa Monica Boulevard. Deputies found it peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window. 1 man inside, a member of Rondo's entourage, had been shot. The 23-year-old was taken to the hospital where he died.
So some people speculate Lil Durk and his affiliates had some involvement to what happened to Quando Rondo and his close friend Lil Pab. Yeah, so on August 2022, while in LA, Quando Rondo and his entourage were at a local gas station when 3 men in a white vehicle pulled up alongside his black Cadillac and opened fire. Quando's close friend Lil Pub had his lifeless body removed from the vehicle. And Quando was truly hurt by this loss, and you can tell by the way he let off that chin and scream in the clip.
Yeah, sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV.
He took to Insta to mourn the death of his friend, but instead of receiving condolences, his comment section was just filled with people saying Lil Durk's finally slid for Von, and people believe the incidents were connected to King Von's death. So then, a year later, in May 2023, Durk releases his album Almost Healed. On the song War About It featuring 21 Savage, it's believed to be a diss track aimed at Quando Rondo and NBA YoungBoy. The lyrics of the song reference Quando Rondo's reaction to his friend's death and mock him for it.
shit that got serious, man.
And then on another song, Wonder Wade and Jackie Boy featuring Babyface Ray, Lil Durk mocked Quando Rondo once again, screaming, "No!" And all the allegations were basically confirmed by Brick Baby, Lil Durk's affiliate and LA Day resident. He kind of dry snitched on himself on a No Jumper interview. So who knows if Lil Durk really did slide for Von in this situation. But if it is true, I guess Durk got his perfect revenge. Durk lost his close friend, so he made Quando lose his. Still up until now, no arrests have been made for the murder of Lil Pub, and the investigation is still ongoing, but it's only a matter of time before the truth comes to light. Next, we got another rapper coming from Chicago. Born in 1995, Young Pappy was an up-and-coming rapper and started rapping as early as 2008. Growing up, Young Pappy moved around a lot and always had ties to the streets. He started chilling with the wrong type of people and became a gangster disciple, claiming both sets, PBG and TFG. So rumor has it, Young Pappy got deep into the streets after his friend Anton Sanders, aka Pooh Bear, was shot and killed reportedly by a guy named Munchie. And in honor of Pooh Bear dying, the gang called Pooh Bear Gang, PBG, was named after him. Pappy told his people on Twitter he was looking for revenge. Apparently, around 2013, Young Pappy became a large target for Lock City after he allegedly shot one of their members named Lucky. Young Pappy even went as far to put out his track titled Competition about the incident. But this was just the beginning, because in 2013, Young Pappy allegedly caught his first body and killed a man named Blake Lamb. And whoever killed him were definitely trying to send a message. After shooting him a couple times, he fell to the floor where his shooters shot him in the face a further 8 times.
That seems like overkill.
From this situation, Young Pappy was recognized as a certified shooter from Chicago. However, Young Pappy faced his own loss once again when his friend Two Cups was gunned down by a member of Day Day World, a Chicago gang. Young Pappy was left hurt and angry. This led to a release of a series of mixtapes as a tribute to his fallen friend and began sliding on Day Day World while still beefing from members of Pooh Bear's gang. So as you can see, this man did not care and was just creating enemies day by day. Apparently, Two Cups was killed as a retaliation for his hood getting shot up, but this only added fuel to the fire, as now Young Pappy was on the hunt for more get back. Young Pappy kept on sliding for his mans, trying to catch as much bodies as he could.
Him, her, bodies.
All whilst having a music career. And it's a shame because this is something we see way too often with beefs just ended up in an ever-ending cycle of murders. One friend gets killed, then another gets killed until everybody dies and no one wins in the end. It's just a sum of losses for their families. So as well as having a reputation as a shooter on the streets, he also had a rep for dissing dead ops for a music career. To no surprise, this made him an even bigger target for those who wanted him dead. Young Pappy was one of them guys who had 9 lives and got caught up in 2 separate incidents, with both situations having people he was next to get shot and killed. But fortunately for him, got to live to see another day. Though it was only a matter of time before his luck would run out. In Young Pappy's case, he finally got the get back he wanted, where he shot and killed his main op, Munchie, the guy that killed Pooh Bear in the beginning.
Allegedly.
So there was rumors on the streets circulating that Pappy was involved, and I truly believe this made him a happy man because not long after the murder, he hopped in the studio, releasing 2 songs, the Fennel Remix and After Darks Part 3, dropping lines about Munchie's death. Then shortly after, releasing his biggest song, Killer, and released another project, 2 Cups Part 2, which got him millions of views. The bigger he got, the more eyes were on him, and even had the police get on his radar. Many thought Young Pappy was the next Chicago superstar, but when you live this type of life, you don't tend to make it out alive. And before Young Pappy could see any more success or catch any more bodies,
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
on May 29th, 2015, he was walking with a friend on the 4800 block of North Kenmore Avenue. It was around 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and according to reports, a gunman approached Young Pappy and shot him in the back twice, paralyzing his body. He later died that same day. Many people think he was killed by a Little 4 mob. The gang had beef with TBG and were cool with Lock City, so it only made sense why people thought this was them. Though nothing has been confirmed. Young Pappy's story is a case of when honoring your friend can spiral out of control. Over the years, Young Pappy has gathered a list of enemies which all started by one friend dying. He was only 20 years old at the time. Another rapper that died young and got slid for was Jaydayougan. So Jaydayougan was a popular rapper from Louisiana. He dropped out of high school early and began getting traction in 2017 with his mixtape Rough Way. Jaydayougan released a series of mixtapes including Can't Speak On It with close friend and rather rising rap star Youngen and Ace. He was generating a small buzz for himself, however it wasn't until the release of Misunderstood, featuring his biggest song to date, 23 Island, where he really took off. Yeah, so Jay was making a big name for himself and putting on for his city. However, though, with success, it always comes with another nigga hating.
You hate on a nigga. I don't understand why you hate on me, nigga. We don't understand.
So what, nigga?
And may have been the reason for his untimely passing. With his new fame, Jaydayougan couldn't stay out of trouble, getting arrested for drug possession, assault of pregnant women, and accessories to second-degree murder. Sadly, in July 2022, just as Jay was going mainstream, him and his father, Scott Sr., were sitting in the front lawn of their Bogalusa home when a black truck arrived, and 3 armed gunmen got out. Youngen and his dad tried running inside his home, but 2 men came from the side of the house and opened fire. Scott Sr. did not go down without a fight though, pulling out his own weapon and shooting back in self-defense. Unfortunately, Youngen was shot at least 8 times and died at the local Bogalusa hospital not too far from the scene of the shooting. His dad was shot twice in the arm but was in stable condition. As of 2023, Youngen's murder has not been solved, and it's pretty unclear why he was killed in the first place. Some believe it was because of his father's own personal issues and was the real intended target, which I doubt because the nigga got shot 8 times. Others think it's because of Youngen's involvement in the murder back in 2020. However, whichever way you see it, his death stems from envy and hate. His death was just another case of senseless violence, with others such as his sister and Boosie taking to social media to mourn the loss of a loved one.
To make it in music.
I remember when he first started his music. I remember him sitting out here 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, him and his cousin writing music. It's sad that at his young age, just when he was really getting things right the way that they should be, that he had to be taken away.
And it's clear that Jay was loved in his hood, and this is where the get back occurs. After his death, rapper FG Famous was reportedly arrested for retaliation shootings related to the murder of his best friend, Jaydayougan.
We want to find the person responsible and say there's already been a number of shootings in the area since the rapper was killed.
A few minutes later, while my officers are investigating this scene, we had a call of another shooting across town. Later in the night, a few hours later, we had a 3rd shooting where a house was shot up that we also believe to be related.
Police say no one was hurt during the other 2 shootings. A few suspects have been identified, but no motive or suspect yet in the case of Jaydayougan.
In previous interviews, FG Famous said that they knew each other since they were kids and began rap careers together. They've collaborated on several songs together, including On Gang, which is a music video with over 5 million views on YouTube. Following his death, FG Famous released a tribute song titled In the Name of 23. And according to No Jumper, he was taken into custody in New Orleans while shopping for clothes to wear for Jaydayougan's funeral. Many have praised FG Famous for sliding back for his dead friend, whereas some people thought it was just plain stupid. Retaliating so soon would have just resulted in him missing his funeral for his friend, and that would have been the last chance he would have got to see him. Lastly, we got BTB Savage, who was a rapper from Houston, Texas. Before his passing, he gave an interview with Black TV talking about him and his girlfriend faced off a rubber in his apartment. BTB Savage and his girlfriend killed a guy because he was trying to break into the apartment and rob them. But here's the thing, he posted pictures on social media of the aftermath with him standing in the blood of the dead man he just killed. Though his mum warned him not to do that, she thought it was best just to let the other guy's family mourn in peace, you know. In the caption he's posted, he really lived up to the name of Savage. Fast forward to the tragic part, BTB Savage was shot dead in what is called a retaliation shooting in Houston. His mum believes it was payback for his public post about the home invasion thing. Now the suspect, Montrell Leonard Burley, got charged with murder. Apparently on the day of his death, he rented out cars, swapped license plates just to carry out the hit. It is believed that he had ties to a known gang and was friends with the guy BTB Savage and his girlfriend killed that day. Yeah, this is definitely something that sounds like it should be in a movie. It just shows you how crazy life can get. Unfortunately, this is just what happens on the streets. Losing your life for another is never really worth an end. It will all catch up to you. My heart goes out to the families that lost a loved one, but hey, this is just how it is on the streets. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see the cycle end. We just have to hope things don't spiral out of control like the stories covered here. Hey, if you enjoyed the video and you stayed to the end, you're a real one. Please make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions on the matter. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.